You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett Land and all of my friends around the world. It's a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. It is hot though. 82 degrees already, going up to a high of 93. So it's going to be a scorcher. It was a scorcher yesterday. It's going to be a scorcher. Here's the thing though. It was hot yesterday, but I don't think it was super duper hot because when I went outside to get in my car, it wasn't as hot as I thought it was going to be, but it was warm. But today I think it's going to be hot. It's going to be 93 degrees, which for me, that's hot. Anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. I don't know why I woke up this morning feeling like today was Thursday. Am I rushing through time right now? I don't know. I felt like today was, it was weird because I felt like it was a Thursday and today is just Tuesday. Anyway, hope you guys are having a beautiful Tuesday. Today is July the 18th. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to Messiah. We call him Duke, all the way in New Jersey. Happy birthday, darling. Love you for life. You know, I got to tell you a quick story about him. He's always been such a sweet young man. I've been knowing him since the day he came into this earth. And about 2 years ago, he was driving for a trucking company, and they had to make a run over in California off the border of Mexico. And he and his partner had dropped off their load, and they were on their way back home, and they drove. So, you know, that's a long drive. Anyway, I think he fell asleep behind the wheel, and the car went over a ledge. And when I got the message, his aunt called me, which is one of my best friends since childhood, since we were like 14. She called me and told me he was in a bad accident. He was in critical care. They had airlifted him to Stanford Medical University. He had broken all the bones in his face. It was just really dire. It was really dire because the truck fell on him, and it was just really dire. His friend had to crawl up to the side of the road to see if he can get some help, and he was able to get help. And they airlifted both of them to Stanford Medical Center in California, and he stayed out there for months, y'all. They had to reconstruct his face because all of the bones was broken. But you know, thank God that was the only damage that he got. All the bones in his face that were broken. He was always very, very handsome. Always very handsome. And so I got a chance to see him this year when I went to Jersey. And man, when I tell you, I hugged the kid, like, it was so good to see him and so good to hug him because that was so scary for all of us. And he was in critical condition for a long time. So today is his birthday. He turns 30 years old today. Thank God. And love you, Messiah, forever. Such a good kid always. So happy birthday, darling. When I got a chance to see him, he looked so handsome, y'all. Like, I think for a long time he felt a little self-conscious because all the bones in his face was broken, so they had to go in and put in plates and things like that. And he looks like himself. He looks a little bit different, not much. It just looks like he did gain some weight because he was always skinny, but he did gain some weight. So he's a thicker. So because he gained the weight, he doesn't look so different. He still is a very handsome young man. He just looks a little bit different from what he used to look like because of all of the stuff they had to do to reconstruct his face. But I'm just glad that he's here, and happy birthday, darling. All right, let's keep this train rolling. Today is also Nelson Mandela's birthday. Happy birthday, Nelson Mandela. It's World Listening Day. Birthday of Don Luis Munoz Rivera. Yep, don't know who he was, but today's his birthday as well. Insurance Nerd Day. Yeah, trust me, there are some insurance nerds out there. What is an insurance nerd? People who love to talk about insurance. That's like tech nerds, insurance nerd, gadget nerds. Yeah, people that love what they talk about, they're nerds. Islamic New Year. Happy Islamic New Year. National Brenda Day. So if your name is Brenda, shout out to you. National Caviar Day. Okay. Let me tell y'all a quick story. Y'all know I always got a story. So a long time ago, I love media. Hence is why I do this show. Love media, love magazines, love anything media, newspaper, magazines, all of it. Because I used to love to read, and I don't read as much as I used to, but I used to love to read a lot. And I was thinking about starting a magazine, and I had reached out to Terry Williams. At the time, she was the founder and owner of the Terry Williams Agency over in New York, and she represented people like Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Eddie Murphy, and a whole bunch of other A-list stars back in the day. And so I had reached out to her, and I told her I was thinking about starting a magazine. And she told me, she gave me some advice. I'm about to date myself. She faxed me over all of this information about how to start a magazine. I said fax, y'all. I didn't even say email. I said fax. She faxed me over all this information, and she wrote this amazing book on PR. And that's how we became acquainted. Anyway, I started going over to New York because New York is known as the publishing capital of the world, because all of the news, magazines, and all of those things are in New York. Well, they were back then. And so I started going to New York to the magazine and industry events. So one day I go to this event, and it was a magazine event, but it was for regional publishers. So regional means that I might cover just the Southeast. That's the Southeast region. That's a regional publication. So I went to that event because I was in Jersey, and I was like, well, maybe I'll just cover just Jersey, right? Which would have been fine. And I go to the event, and they have this cracker. The lady's walking around with the hors d'oeuvres, like past hors d'oeuvres, and they had this cracker. And it had this beautiful orange stuff on top, and it had like this white stuff on top of it. It looks delicious, right? So I get me one and pop it into my mouth, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? So somebody's looking at me laughing like, that's caviar. I was like, oh God. Listen, it looks beautiful, but when I tell you it must be an acquired taste, I did not acquire that taste. So the picture that I'm looking at right now for National Caviar Day is the exact same color picture that I saw that day. It looked beautiful, and I ate it. It was not so good. I didn't like it. I know people love caviar. I just happen not to be one of those. And I was like, oh God, what is this? And it's like, oh, that's caviar. I'm like, oh, okay. So I've eaten caviar before. I don't like it. For those of you who like caviar, which is fish eggs, knock yourself out. Not something that I like. I'll pass. National Dapper Your Data Day. I don't know what that means. National Emma Day. So if your name is Emma, shout out to all the Emmas in the world. National Sour Candy Day. Shout out to people that love sour candy. National Peyton Day. So if your name is Peyton, shout out to Peyton. National Monica Day. Shout out to Monica if your name is Monica. Perfect Family Day. No such thing, but okay. No such thing as a perfect family, but okay. Uruguay Constitution Day. Shout out to you. Canelo Alvarez birthday. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez. Don't know who he is, but birthday. Chase Beckham's birthday. Shout out to Chase Beckham. He's a singer-songwriter. And Taman's birthday. Shout out to Taman. It's your birthday. Those are your national days. Shout out to Vin Diesel. Not Vin Ryan. Vin Diesel is his birthday. Y'all know Vin Diesel. Everybody know Vin Diesel. So, anyway, those are your national days and your birthday shout-outs for the day. Let's keep this train going. Let's get on with these horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrology from Michael Thyssen for today, Tuesday, July the 18th. We're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Travel is evident, but be cautious while in transit. Sudden romantic connections may be short-lived. Opportunities to make money may interfere with your personal plans. All right, here's the thing. Aries. If you have an opportunity to make money, here's what you want to do. You want to look at the opportunity and you want to look at your plans. If the opportunity outweighs the plan, then okay, go with the opportunity. If the opportunity is going to cause your plans to cause upset in your household, you may want to go a little bit deeper to see if it's going to be worth it. That's all I'm saying. Because it still may be worth it. You may have to talk to the person that's involved. Make sure they understand it is temporary. Why you're doing what you're about to do. All of that good stuff. But whatever it is, do what you got to do to make it work. Taurus, you are best to work at home if you can. Go over your finances and figure out a solid budget. Looking to join in groups that can give you hands-on advice about business. Okay, Taurus, this is very important. So I represent a group of women here in Gwinnett County. We're called the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce. I'm the president. One of the things that I can tell you that I have heard over and over again was that they were looking for community. They felt alone. They were looking for people who understood them. They were looking for people who were on the same journey of building successful businesses as they are. Looking to join a group, Taurus, where you can get hands-on advice about business. That is so important. When you try to go on Google and learn it all by yourself, you're going to waste a lot of time when you could just skip the line by learning from people who've already been there, done that. So go find your people and hang out with them. And now here's the other thing. Don't just be a taker. Be willing to give too. I've run into people who all they want to do is take. They never offer. All they want to do is take. And you know, some people just like to give, and then they wonder why they feel so depleted. Well, you're always giving and nobody's pouring into you. Nobody's giving back. So if you're going to go take, Taurus, be willing to give as well. Okay? Okay. Gemini. Focus on forming business partnerships. You will need a little competition today. Get involved in activities that will stretch your stamina. Don't make promises you can't possibly keep. So I can see this is going to be a business day. So I started out with Aries, it was business. I talked to Taurus, it was business. Now I'm on Gemini's business. Yeah, okay. Here's what I'm going to say, Gemini, about forming partnerships. Before you form a partnership, date your partners. Before you form a business partnership, you want to date your partners. Here's why I say that. Because if you just start out talking about let's do this business and everybody agrees, and later on down the line, you notice that there are some things about those people that you just can't, you don't think you can handle. And now you form this business and it's too late. So I'm telling you what I know for a fact is it has been done. It has been done. I formed partnerships and I went back like, oh my God, I don't think I should have done that. And somebody probably was saying the same thing about me. So make sure you date the people that you're trying to partner with first, because you want to make sure that you all are a perfect fit. That's important. Because if you can't fit together, you can't really work together, which means you can't build and create something together. All right. Very important. Cancer, partners may try to argue with you. However, you must stand your ground. Someone you like may be receptive and actively seeking your company. Enlist co-workers in order to get the job done on time. All right. So your partners may try to argue with you. Here's the thing. Stand your ground and then walk away. Because people can't argue by themselves, Cancer. And I know you sometimes you can be very dramatic and want to keep the drama going. And then there are other times where you just want to shut it down. Today may be one of them days. Don't let them get under your skin. Stand your ground and then keep it moving. Don't waste a whole lot of time on that. Leo, you can mesmerize anyone you meet with your cultured attitude and outlook. Your position may be in question if you haven't been pulling your weight. You need time to rejuvenate. Okay, look, Leo. If it's a minute you need, then take a minute. As a matter of fact, take 2 if you need it. You need time to rejuvenate. That way, when you rejuvenate, you come back with a clearer mind, and now you can get things done better. Whenever I stop for a second just to relax and rejuvenate, even if I don't go outside of my house, when I just stop, even when I'm working during the day, because I am somewhat of a workaholic, and sometimes I said, you know what, you just need to take a minute, and I'll get up and I'll take a minute, and then I'll come back, I feel better, so take a minute for yourself, Leo. That's all I'm saying. Virgo, you can gain valuable knowledge through dealing with foreigners. Better still, take your mate and let them foot the bill. Why? You can make money if you are wise in your choices. Okay, that sounds very sneaky, Virgo. Take your mate and let them foot the bill. How about if they don't have the money? You invited them out and then you want them to foot the bill. What happens if they don't have the money? Somebody is going to be in the kitchen washing dishes, and just maybe you, because you're the one who said, come on, let's go, and then you don't have any money. In the meantime, you can make some money if you're wise in your choices, Virgo. The key there is being wise in your choices. So whatever you're about to do, make sure you're wise in the way you do it and what you think about doing, okay? All right, I'm going to go to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home, but if I'm not mistaken, you were good on your own. And I know I was drunk enough. Didn't know it would mess me up, yeah. Now I'm truly awakened up. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time I do this my way. I don't wanna be your friend. Think we hit our expiration date. I want you to feel the weight, feel the hate that I felt when we came to an end. You don't get to call me up, tell me that you need forgiveness. You're the one who called it off, broke my heart in just a minute. No, you don't get to call it love when it wasn't even close. No, it wasn't even close. I was young and broken when I met you that night. Should've known you were something that would mess with my mind. But I won't put the blame on me. You're the one to be on to see, yeah. 'Cause you can handle emotions. Say you wanna talk again, but it's time to do working this hard. Now I'm just wondering where we are. I don't wanna face the consequences, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second guessing. I'm just wondering where we are. Drifting into space, keep driving on the freeway. Baby, let me know what you were thinking. Baby, let me know what you were thinking. Overthinking out there in the clouds, drifting on and there for hours. Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down. Look at me the way you do, keep giving myself into you. You know that I hate this part, surprised we ever got this far. We did go through all the circumstances, but baby, yeah, you know I hate second chances. Surprised we ever got this far. Drifting into space, keep driving on the freeway. Baby, let me know what you were thinking. Baby, let me know what you were thinking. Overthinking out there in the clouds, drifting on and there for hours. Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down. Baby, how did we ever come this way? I know you don't want to stay. Dreaming out in space, keep rushing down the highway. Keep yourself busy on the Sundays. You keep doing you, I do it my way. Overthinking out there in the clouds, drifting on and there for hours. Lately I've been trying to figure out, wonder if you're ever coming down, ever coming down.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you the daily horoscopes. Brought to you by Know the Astrologer Micah Thoughts. I had to run up the stairs, y'all. I'm out of breath. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna pick it up with Libra. Try to do things with children that will enable them to bond closer to them, enable you to bond closer with them. You can make successful moves. Don't get upset over trivial matters. All right. Here's the thing, Libra. You can make some successful new moves. Just make sure that you identify what those moves are. You evaluate them properly, then make the move. All right? Scorpio, empty promises are evident. You may become run down if you take on too much. Don't cause a scene, but when you get home, let your partner know how you feel and why. All right. Here's the thing, Scorpio. They may piss you off right now while you're out in public. Don't cause a scene because that looks bad on both of you, right? Wait until you get home to figure out what happened and let the person know how you really feel. But don't do it in public. I'm totally against making public scenes. Totally against it. Sagittarius. Your dynamic, determined approach will win favors as well as helping hands. You can't win and they won't listen. Planned family visit. All right, listen, you can't win and they won't listen, so don't waste your time. That's pretty much what Michael is trying to tell you, Sagittarius. Don't waste your time because you can't win and they're not going to listen to you. So don't waste your time trying to make them. Capricorn, include friends and family members in your redecorating plans. Don't depend on coworkers to help. They may only hold you back. Sudden changes of the heart may cause disruptions on your domestic scene. Okay, I'm not really sure what that means, but here's the thing. If there are sudden changes, you might want to ask yourself why, and you might want to ask the person involved why. Don't jump to conclusions. Ask the questions that need to be asked, okay? Asked. All right, and in the meantime, don't depend on your coworkers because they may be holding you back. Don't depend on them. They're lazy. They don't want to do the job anyway. You're putting your dependence on them. Don't do it. You probably come out better doing it by yourself. It'll get done quicker and fast and probably better. Aquarius, romantic opportunities will flourish through traveling or communication. Double check your work and be sure that your boss is in a good mood before you do your presentation. Focus your efforts on work. Yeah. Put your efforts on your work. Make sure to double check your work before you put it in front of your boss and to make that presentation. Yeah. And make sure your boss is in a good mood because you could do all this work and they're in a bad mood. No matter how much good work you did, if they're in a bad mood, they're going to find something wrong with it. So just trying to help you out before time, Aquarius. All right. Last but not least, my fellow fish, Pisces, avoid overloading your plate. You can accomplish a lot if you direct your thoughts towards starting your own small business on the side. Avoid any intimate involvement with coworkers or employers. All right, listen here now, fish. First, don't overload your plate. Let's say that. That's like talking to the wall when you're talking to most of us. I got friends that are Pisces, and I think I got in my circle right now, my inner circle, there are 4 of us that are fish. 2 in February, 2 in March. And everybody's plate is overloaded right now. We all own businesses. So that being said, your horoscope for today, fish, is, think about starting your own business on the side. And I like that they said on the side because what you don't want to do is quit your job unless you got enough money in the bank saved up so that when you fall on hard times, and you will, you can afford to pay your bills and still grow the business. Because what you don't want to do is do what most of us have done. Take all the money from our personal account and put it into the business. And now one of those parts of our life is struggling. Either our personal life is struggling or the business life is struggling. And sometimes both of them are struggling because the money is short. So what you don't want to do is start a full-time business without having the resources to do so. So start it on the side, take your time, and let me just say this because this is a problem that you're going to face if you're not careful. There's so much information out there on pretty much every industry you could think about, right? If you could think of an industry, it's a ton of information out there. What I would suggest is that you find one person that's doing really, really well, like one person. I'm just telling you what I know from experience. That's doing really, really well in your industry. And the way to do that, just go to YouTube, type in your industry, and these people are going to pop up, a whole lot of them. Follow them, see what they're doing, find the one that you resonate with the most and follow that person and let them become your mentor. Because, I tell you this, because it's so many people out there doing so many things and everybody does things differently. Success looks different for everybody. The way they got to success is different for most of them. So when you start following too many people in the same industry and they do things differently, you become extremely confused. I know because I've been there. So pick one person, go to their social media, see what people are saying about them. Go to their Facebook group because mostly every one of them got a Facebook group. Go to their Facebook group, see what their Facebook group is like. Are they active? What are people saying in the group? And then follow that person. Don't follow 10, 12 people. You're going to be confused. It's too much information. You're going to be on information overload, and then you're not going to be able to focus. So follow the people, follow one person, become a student of that person, go to their conferences, go get on their mastermind groups. You can go on their Facebook groups, follow them on YouTube and social media. One, because I'm telling you what I know for a fact, it's a lot of information out there, fish. And this goes to anybody that's listening. So much information. I'm talking about so much. Till you're going to be completely overwhelmed and confused, and then you won't do anything. And then you're going to feel like, I started this and I really don't want to do it. It's not that you're confused. You're confused about all the information that's out there. All right? All right. All right, that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thas. And now let's get on to some news you can use. So, Jeff Bezos. Y'all know who Jeff Bezos is? You know Jeff Bezos. He owns this little company called Amazon. You know this little tiny company called Amazon? Yeah, he's the founder and owner of Amazon. Anyway, he made an announcement as a part of his an initiative he got going where he's investing $400 million into Atlanta-based nonprofits. I thought that was doggone good. Anyway, it's called the Bezos Earth Fund. It announced yesterday that $7.9 million investment into the Atlanta-based nonprofits in an effort to create greater access to parks, trees, and community gardens in underserved communities. I think that's good, but I swear, I feel like that money could be going to something else. I understand we need trees and parks and all that, but I feel like job readiness is way more needed. And I could be totally wrong, but I'm just saying. Anyway, Atlanta nonprofits receiving funding include One on the Farm, Gangsters the Growers, oh, that's cute, HBCU Green Fund Atlanta, and Partnership for Southern Equity. So these 1, 2, 3, what is that, 5? These five nonprofits are going to split that $7.9 million that he's going to be giving out. He has said he's going to give away $400 million, and $7.9 million of that's going to come to the state of Georgia to help help our nonprofits. At least 5 of them anyway. Yeah. HBU Green Fund. Yeah. I get it. It's a nonprofit. We need trees, so we need to keep it going. We need to. It's going to help our environment. On the farm, that group anticipated that they would anticipate that the investment would help 1,500 families with produce at a weekly farmers market. Gangsters to Grow is also receiving $1 million, which will go to regenerate agriculture productions across 30 farms and black-owned land. Okay. Well, that's good. The group also expects 40 new jobs to at-risk formerly incarcerated. Okay, there we go. That's the part I was looking for, because I know we need trees. I get it. But I also know that people need jobs. They need investment in businesses. The Partnership for Southern Equity received the largest amount of the money, $3.5 million, which is dedicated to a couple of local initiatives. The investment will scale Just Green Hub, which is a piloting urban greening and climate resilience initiative through Just Green Communities. Yeah, so anyway, it's the Bezos Earth Fund. So thank you, Jeff Bezos, for taking an interest in our communities here in Georgia, and also equipping our community leaders with this type of investment. It's needed, and it's going to create jobs, so that's a good thing. All right, attention all heroes. The Georgia Department of Transportation needs you. Yep, they want you to join a highway team of emergency response operators and make a real difference ensuring highways. So they need you. I'm going to put the link in the description later on. So if you are looking for a job, they are looking for you. So now let me just tell you this. You go to Facebook, you're going to get an earful, but right now they say they need you. Right now they're saying, some people are saying that you probably make about $16 an hour, but you got to go to the link and see exactly what they're paying. Anyway, they say they need you. Facebook, people are, listen, you go out there and do the wrong thing, folks going to sure tell about it. Yes, they will. The Boys and Girls Club of Metro Atlanta want to thank Miss Mary. Miss Mary been working for the Boys and Girls Club for 35 years. She was committed to them children. Miss Mary spent 35 years. She said, your hard work is quiet, but the impact is loud. So Miss Mary spent 35 years at the Boys and Girls Club, and they want to thank you for your time spent there. That's when you know it's a labor of love, baby. That's when you know, Miss Mary, 35 years. Thank you for your work. Thank you. I'm sure you were mom to plenty of children over them 35 years. I'm sure you were mom, aunt, big sister, grandma. I'm sure you touched a lot of lives over the 35 years that you was there. So congratulations and happy living, darling. Happy living. All right, I'm going to go to the song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
A minute until midnight. I'm just wondering where you at. Just thought I'd call and wish you good night. I left my key under the mat. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This feeling I go when I say what we had. Won't you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got. Give me all you got.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney bringing you the daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. So the family of Promise of Gwinnett is looking for a manager, a house manager. That's a living house manager position for Promise Haven. So the person would live in an efficiency apartment at Promise Haven and will receive free rent and utilities. Their responsibility is to provide overnight oversight for our families from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and on Sunday night through Friday morning. So from Sunday night through Friday morning, that's what they do. And then they get off, and they're off on the weekend. The person in the apartment has Friday and Saturday nights off. That's kind of cool. Because 8 p.m., so you got Friday night, you got Friday, Saturdays, and pretty much Sundays. Because most people are not doing anything 8 p.m. on Sunday night. Anyway, the person in the apartment has Friday and Saturday nights off from having to be at the house at 8 p.m. Click the link below if you're interested. So I'm going to drop that link as well. So that's kind of cool. That's a nice little gig. You got your own apartment. And you only work Monday. You work Sunday night through Friday morning. You get off at 8 o'clock Friday morning. So you have all day Friday, all day Saturday, pretty much all day Sunday. That's a nice. If I was a single person, I'll take that job. Shush, you think I wouldn't? Do you get paid though? I don't think you get paid. So how do you make money? You know what? I guess it gives you the opportunity to have a job. That is a pretty sweet position, y'all. It gives you the opportunity to have a job because you can work 9 to 5 because you get off at 8 o'clock. Well, I don't know about that part. You can have a part-time job or a part-time hustle. You got to have some money, so you got to have a job. Anyway, Family Promise of Gwinnett. So for more information, go to familypromisegwinnett.org. Familypromisegwinnett.org if you're looking for a job. I think that's pretty doggone cool. I do. All right, so listen, the transit development plan is moving right along, but they still want to hear from you. So the Gwinnett County is asking for your thoughts. They are moving the transit plan right along. They still want your input. So if you go to Gwinnett County's website, GwinnettCounty.com, and you click on transit, you can find out more about the transit development plan. It's a comprehensive plan, and they want your input because you are living here in the Gwinnett County. In Gwinnett County, and so it really matters what you think and how you want to see things go. Now they're gonna make their own decisions, but they want your input. And here's the opportunity for you to, to share your feelings about things that you want to see happen as it pertains to transportation. Remember, Gwinnett County is growing so much. Just the past 10 years that I've been here, and June 13th made my 10-year here, I have seen so much. I'm talking about it is nuts. It's some land around the corner from where I live, right? I've been looking at that land for 10 years, and for 10 years that land has been vacant. Well, let me say 9 years the land was vacant, and then last year they started building houses. They had a few houses there, but they had about, let me say it was 5 acres right there, 2 acres. They had about 10 acres about 10 acres that was available. And I used to always say, man, and every time I would call them, the number was just so crazy. Like the amount of money they wanted for the land, I'm like, that's a lot of money for some land. It was like $150,000 for like 2 acres of land. I'm like, that's crazy. That's a house. Anyway, people have bought it and they start to build. And I was like, oh my God, they're building on my land. So, I'll slow you blow. You slow your blow. Anyway, that being said, I've seen a lot of growth here in Gwinnett County. And they still want your input. So if you are interested in having your input about the transportation system here in Gwinnett County, go to Gwinnett County's website. That's GwinnettCounty.com, and go to transportation, and you'll find out more information about the plan, the transportation plan. That's for you to do. That's up to you. They're also still looking for ideas of how to improve the community for Gwinnett 2045 Unified Plan. So if you know you have ideas about how to make this place, how to make Gwinnett better, and you want to get involved, there's a way for you to do that. You can submit your questions or comments to the project team at 2045 Unified Plan at tsw-design.com. 2045 Unified Plan, tsw-design.com. All right. I'm going to go to my last song. Then I'm going to come back and give you my words of inspiration before I go. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Love should be easy. Why should it not? When all you want is to be loved, is to be loved. But love ain't easy. You taught me that. I let you in, now you want out, now you want out. I don't understand why you hurt me. I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand. Was it all worth it? You play me good just for a rush, just for a rush. So now I wrote a song about us, with tears running down my face. Now I wrote a song about us, just trying to fill that empty space you left behind. You left behind, you left behind. You left behind. You left behind, you left behind. Can someone help me to find love again? 'Cause all I want is to be loved, is to be loved. Can someone free me from all my doubts? Feels like a prison, I want out, now I want out. I don't understand why you hurt me. I don't understand why you wanna let me down. Can't understand. Was it all worth it? You play me good just for a rush, just for a rush. So now I wrote a song about us, with tears running down my face. Now I wrote a song about us, just trying to fill that empty space you left behind. You left behind, you left behind. You left behind. You left behind, you left behind. So now I wrote a song about us, with tears running down my face. Now I wrote a song about us, just try to fill that empty space you left behind. You left behind, you left behind. Oh, you left behind. You left behind, you left behind.
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, I want to give you my words of inspiration. I thought this was funny. As I read it, I started to laugh. It says, if you don't know where you're going, you will probably end up somewhere else. I thought that was funny. I'm going to say it again because somebody missed it. If you don't know where you're going, you will probably end up somewhere else. Lawrence J. Peter said that, and he was right. You got to have a goal in life, a goal for something. Because here's the thing. If you don't know where you're going, you're just going to be moving about aimlessly. Just no direction at all. Feeling overwhelmed, feeling like nothing is working. Nothing is working because you don't know where you're going. Let me tell you, I'm only talking from experience. Even though the quote was what it was, I've been down that path. I've been on a path where it looks like I knew where I was going, but then I realized I don't know where the hell I'm going. And then I'm confused. Listen, I don't have a problem sharing my real life experience with you guys because somebody needs to hear this, right? They think that they're on this journey by themselves. They feel like they're the only ones in the world who are going through some things. They feel like they're the only one in the world who needs clarity about things. No, I deal with a group of women. We all need clarity about something. And when we don't have clarity, we're just on a road to nowhere because you're going in circles. And so I'm telling you to take a minute for yourself, whatever's confusing you. Create the vision for that. Put the goal in front of you. Now you have something to aim for. And then find out all the resources that you need to help you hit the goal. When you don't have the goal, when you don't have the vision, you're just going to end up nowhere. Going in circles. Just like a dog chasing his tail, going in circles, and feeling overexhausted because you're going in circles. You're not getting anywhere because you keep going in the same circle. So take a minute for yourself. Write the vision down, make it plain. You know, the biblical, write the vision, make it plain. Write the vision, make it plain. And then find out what resources, what mentors, what groups, what support systems you need, what team members you need to put your vision into action. Because even if you have the vision, it will stay vision if there's no action behind it. Even if you have a vision, it will stay vision if there's no action behind it. So find the people you need to help you implement the plan so now you can put the vision into action and make it come true. All right? All right. So all I got for you today. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 44 minutes with me, and I love and appreciate you for that. If you missed any episodes of this show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to past episodes there. Also, be sure to connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. You guys stay safe out there. And until next time, my friends, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.